Oh yeah, baby, make we collabo. I know you want the collabo.
Hi guys, today I'm going to show you guys how I achieve this everyday glam look. So let's get started. So this is me with just my bare face, and the first thing I did was moisturize. I have a Neutrogena face lotion. I'll put the exact name down in the comments box, but I just use that to moisturize. Also, I'll note my eyebrows. I did my eyebrows before I started, so my eyebrows are done. Then I have this Makeup Forever Step 1, the mattifying one, and I'm just putting it on the places that get extra oily, on my nose, and then kind of under my eyes and a little bit on my forehead, just so that those areas stay put, the makeup stays put. And then for the rest of my face, I use Maybelline's Baby Skin Primer, just to help minimize pores and help everything kind of go on smoothly. So I just kind of put that in all the places that I didn't put the other primer, and a little bit on top. And so my face is prepped and primed, ready to go. Next, I'm going to take this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I forgot what the name is. I'll put the exact name down below, but I'm just going to put it on the lids of my eye where I'm going to pack the most color. So I'm just putting that on both eyelids. It also is kind of a little bit white, or this like kind of translucent color, so it will help the color kind of pop more on my lids. So I'm going to take Brown Script. It's a MAC shadow. I made my own palette there, but I'm going to use this as kind of a transitioning color for my eye look. So I'm just putting it right above the crease with a fluffy brush on both eyes. Just making sure it's blended. Next, I'm going to take Swiss Chocolate, another matte shadow, and I'm going to go right below in the crease and kind of define the crease a little bit more and wing it out a little bit. And so it's just like slightly darker brown. So yeah, and I'm using a more angled brush to really kind of define my eye shape. And next, I'm going to take that fluffy brush I used and just kind of blend that in. Next, I'm going to take ColourPop eyeshadow on the rocks, and I'm going to apply it to my lid with my finger. I think it's kind of the best way to apply ColourPop's glittery eyeshadow. They don't have any other matte colors, but I find that with the glittery colors, it's easiest to get more product on using your finger. So yeah, almost done there. Looking good. Next, I'm going to go in with Deep Damson, which is also a MAC color. And just go ahead and deepen kind of the outside of my eyes and the crease. So just to make the definition a little bit more dramatic. It's everyday glam, so a purple is kind of a deep enough color to make an impact, but it's not like a matte black or something, which you might use when you're like going out at night or something like that. So that's my eye look. I went ahead and did my liner and lashes off camera, but those are the two products I used to do my liner. I'll put those in the box below. So next I'm going to start color correcting my face using the LA Girl Orange Color Corrector. I'm just going to put it in the dark spots. So under my eyes, right above my lips, and just a couple of dark spots I have around my face, and I just blend that in with my fingers. So that's how I look after everything's kind of color corrected. Now it's time to put on the foundation. I actually mixed two foundations, the Makeup Forever HD. I actually have the old formula still, and I'll put the exact number, I believe I'm 178. And the NARS, the new NARS foundation, and I think I'm New Orleans. And so I just kind of like put a pump of each and then use my finger to kind of randomly spread it out across my face. And then I use the Sonia Kashuk blending sponge from Target. I usually wet it first with some water and then use it to blend the foundation in. Next, for my highlight, I have this MAC contour palette in dark, and the color I'm pointing to is NW45. For MAC, usually I'm more closer to NW50, so it's just a touch above my normal color. So it kind of gives me a natural, more natural looking highlight on top of my foundation. So I just kind of using this Real Techniques brush, kind of looks like a paintbrush, but I'm just kind of essentially painting on my highlight. That's what it looks like when I'm done. And I'm going to use a blending sponge to go ahead and blend that in. And this is a Real Techniques blending sponge. So that's what that looks like after I'm done. So I'm going to go ahead and set it with some powder. I heard about this Airspun powder on YouTube, so I went ahead and tried it. And I actually like it so far. It's a lot better than the Nye powder. The only thing is that it's really white, which is supposed to be translucent, but even, you know, with my skin tone, it's still kind of like a little bit too white. So I mix it with my Nye Topaz Powder, and I don't apply too much of it so that it doesn't look too crazy when I blend it in. And so I'm going to let that rest. Next, I've actually melted down some of my my foundation sticks from Black Opal, and that color I'm going to use to contour is called Black Walnut. I just use a big brush to kind of just go in there and set a base for my contour. It's just like, I guess you can think of it as a cream base. Black Walnut, I think, is the darkest shade they offer from Black Opal. And I have a video on how I melted down those foundation sticks. So next I'm going to use Shea Moisture powder in Mandalay Dusk. I think it's a bronzer. And it just kind of warms up my cheeks. And I go over it, the place where I have the contour, and I just kind of go over the perimeter of my face as well. And then I'm going to take Fever blush from MAC and kind of go over the apples of my cheeks just to give a little bit more color. So, and I blended my powder off camera. So now I'm going to do my highlight. This is Avalon by ColourPop. And I'm going to apply this also with my fingers to the places that I want to highlight. So my cheekbones. And And then after my cheekbone, I'm just gonna do, I don't really like too much highlighting and contouring of my nose, but I'm just gonna apply some to my nose to have like kind of a slight highlight, and then to my cupid's bow. Next, I'm just gonna use a flat brush and kind of blend it out, just because the application using my finger is a little bit uneven. Go ahead and blend it out. It looks good. Next, I'm going to use this powder on my lips. Basically what it's going to do, I'm going to apply liquid lipstick afterwards. So it's just going to help the liquid lipstick stay in place. And this is Milani's liquid lipstick in Romance. It's just a nice red, especially for my skin tone. It's not too bright, but it's not dark either. It still pops, and it's actually great for fall and winter. So I just go ahead and apply, and it stays put. And there we go. Everyday glam look. You know, anytime you want a little bit more popping than you already do at school or at work, just, you know, put on that red lipstick, little glitter on your lids, and you got it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are inspired by it. And thank you guys as always for watching.